From the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
Now on KPIX 5 and streaming on CBSN Bay Area, nearly $5 billion is coming to the Bay Area to improve infrastructure. And now we're getting a better idea of how it will be spent. Good afternoon, Evelyn Keyes.
I'm Amanda Starrentino. KPIX 5's Jocelyn Moran has more on the investments aimed at making our roads safer.
Blocked off bicycle lanes like the one here on Folsom are aimed to protect bicyclists. And today, Speaker Nancy Pelosi talked on investments that hope to add to this and prevent any more tragedy. In addition to Pelosi, today we heard from victims of traffic accidents, along with San Francisco Mayor London Breed and other local leaders. Pelosi says $14 billion from this infrastructure bill nationally will go toward roadway safety. More than $200 million headed to California to help reduce fatalities, and $7.2 billion nationally for safety on sidewalks and bike lanes. Pelosi says this here is important, and it's a matter of life and death.
These incidents are more than just statistics, as we know. They are families shattered by the tragedy, communities in mourning, and a demand for urgent action. That is why our historic bipartisan infrastructure law, Democrats are advancing the promise of safe streets and roads.
Local dollars alone are not enough, and we need help. And this infrastructure bill will not only help San Francisco, it will help this entire country.
Pelosi today was also asked about the Build Better Act. She says they never give up and that they will continue to fight to pass this legislation. Reporting from San Francisco, I'm Jocelyn Moran, KPIX 5.
New developments in the fight against COVID. Moderna says its booster increased antibodies 37 times greater than pre-boost levels for fighting Omicron. As Mola Lenghi reports, it comes as the variant has now been detected in 45 states.
We're going to see the number of cases go up pretty steeply.
America's top doctors sounded the alarm Sunday, pushing Americans to get vaccinated and boosted.
Be prudent in everything else you do. When you travel in your indoor settings that are congregate, wear a mask.
Average daily cases have almost doubled since the beginning of November, and breakthrough cases for those vaccinated are on the rise. Senators Elizabeth Warren and Cory Booker revealed Sunday they both have mild cases of COVID. That's despite being boosted.
If you've had vaccines and a booster, you're very well protected against Omicron causing you severe disease.
But the disruptions caused by COVID outbreaks are growing. 3 NFL games and 5 NBA games have been postponed, and 6 NHL teams won't play for at least a week. A growing number of universities are now delaying the return to in-person classes after winter break. Among them, Harvard, Middlebury, and DePaul in Chicago. And cruise ships are seeing COVID cases again. Royal Caribbean's Symphony of the Seas docked in Miami Saturday after almost 50 people tested positive for the virus. In New York City, which saw over 12,000 new cases in one day, the mayor said he'll decide this week if the Times Square New Year's Eve celebration can go on, as Broadway shows like Hamilton shuttered over the weekend, and the producers of the Christmas Spectacular starring the Rockettes canceled the remainder of their shows.
But COVID came early this year.
And once again, Saturday Night Live had no live audience, no musical performance, and few live sketches after last-minute changes for COVID safety.
Well, this is the beginning of a testing line that stretches half a city block. With long lines like this across New York City, Mayor Bill de Blasio announced that more testing sites would open. That's a similar site across the country as health officials urge regular testing ahead of holiday gatherings. Mola Lenghi, CBS News, Manhattan.
I'm Ann McAvick at the Live News Desk, keeping an eye on the tanking stock market this afternoon, taking a live look at the numbers right now. All major indices are down, and they have been all day. Right now, the Dow, you can see, down more than 500 points. Wall Street reacting to the new coronavirus infection wave worldwide. Investors also weighing the economic impact of that Build Back Better Act dying in the Senate and the Fed's upcoming tapering of its pandemic stimulus. Let's take a live look at the White House now. Tomorrow, President Biden expected to address the nation about the recent surge in coronavirus cases, laying out what we can expect in the weeks ahead and how we can best protect people across the country. And his administration, meantime, is trying to reassure people that we are way better off than we were at this time last year.
We have more tools in our toolbox. We have the vaccines and the boosters. We know our masks work to reduce spread. Our testing can also be a strategy to make gatherings safer, especially important before you get together for the holidays. And we know how important ventilation is now, not something we fully appreciated a year ago.
The U.S. Surgeon General also saying that federal health officials right now are working to see how various tests do with the Omicron variant. We've heard about false positives and false negatives, but Surgeon General still says testing is a very important tool. Back to you.
And despite concerns over the Omicron variant, travelers are still taking to the skies. The TSA expects to screen nearly 30 million people nationwide from today until January 3rd at SFO. Flyers had mixed feelings about traveling during the growing surge.
I mean, I'm not really that worried about it. I mean, I'm taking the precautions. We're both vaccinated. And, you know, it's the holidays. You know, we got to keep living. You can't just stop. So you just take the precautions to protect yourself, be courteous, protect others, and then you just get through the lines. That's it. A lot of patience goes a long way.
I am scared, but I made these plans a long time ago. I'm picking up my mom and bringing her back for Christmas. So, yeah, I am nervous, though.
Airlines are expecting to see a 184% increase in passengers compared to last year. For more information on the COVID vaccines and how to get the shot, we have posted a resource guide on KPIX.com. Taking a live look now at SFO, we'll hand it off to meteorologist Mary Lee for what travelers can expect this week. Hey, Mary.
Hey, Amanda. Yeah, we are looking at dry weather today, but that will be changing as we look to tomorrow and the rest of the week. So you can see a gray afternoon in the Santa Clara Valley with that fog. And as we head through our day today, cool and cloudy conditions in the upper 40s to upper 50s this afternoon with those clouds. You can see them streaming in as we head through our afternoon on Futurecast and tracking this cutoff low pressure system that will be bringing the return of widespread rain. So here we are at 11 a.m. tomorrow, starting to push in across parts of the North Bay. I'll let you know what you can expect for the rest of your Tuesday through the week. Coming up, back to you.
Right now, the jury is deliberating in the criminal fraud case against former Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes.
KPIX 5, Justin Andrews is live in the newsroom now. Justin, this comes after some emotional testimony by Holmes herself.
Absolutely. 8 men and 4 women will be weighing all 11 of Holmes' charges. Testimonies from 32 witnesses and more than 900 exhibits presented in court. Their job to decide whether Holmes turned her blood testing startup into a massive scam.
In this case, the allegations of fraud are complicated. The history of Theranos is complicated. So the jurors will have to figure out how to make sense of the conflicting testimony that they heard during the trial.
All right, this trial has been going on for well over 3 months. The prosecution and defense presented drastically different portrayals of Holmes. The prosecution painted Holmes as an experienced executive who intentionally chose to use her blood testing startup to mislead investors, doctors, and patients in order to take their money. Her defense described her as a well-meaning entrepreneur who worked hard to build a technology that she believed had tremendous potential. Holmes tearfully took to stand and testified in her own defense. She practically described herself as an abused puppet. It was her defense team's attempt to dismiss accusations that she lied about her technology, pinning the blame on her ex-lover and business partner, Sunny Balwani, saying he was controlling and abusive.
That didn't wind up being a central part, though, of the case that the defense attorneys made to the jury. The argument that the defense attorneys made is the argument that is generally made in fraud cases, which is the defendant didn't try to mislead anybody. She honestly believed in this company. She put her heart and soul into it, and she was upset as anyone when the company failed.
So now the jury has plenty of evidence to review today. The verdict could be announced at any time this week. We have a crew in court and we'll bring you the verdict as soon as it comes down. We're live in the newsroom. I'm Justin Andrews, KPIX 5.
Justin, thank you. In just about an hour, Oakland police plan to give an update on the investigation into the deadly shooting of a private security guard. Kevin Ishida was killed while protecting a TV news crew in Oakland. Police Chief LaRon Armstrong will also discuss Department of Restructuring and new resources for East Oakland. We'll be streaming it live for you on CBSN Bay Area. New at noon, a suspect in a decades-old teen murder case is now in custody. San Francisco police have been looking for the person who killed 15-year-old Marissa Rolfe Harvey in 1978. She was visiting family in San Francisco and went to Golden Gate Park, but never came back. Her body was found the next day. The case was cold until last year when police reopened it to use advanced investigative technology. That led to police in Jefferson County, Colorado, arresting 76-year-old Mark Stanley Personette on Thursday. No word on the specific charges he now faces.
Into the drought emergency, the State Water Resources Control Board will likely adopt temporary prohibitions on outdoor water practices. That includes hosing down driveways and watering lawns within 48 hours of rain. Breaking these rules could lead to a daily fine of $500. The proposed ban will be considered by the State Water Board on January 4th.
The Biden administration is tightening standards for fuel emissions. The EPA is implementing new mileage requirements for cars and light trucks, requiring them to increase gas mileage to 40 miles per gallon over the next few years. The new standards are expected to save people money on fuel and prevent planet-warming greenhouse gases from being released into the atmosphere.